Today's video, I'm just going to show you how you can edit a video after uploading it in order to kind of blur some areas. So if you've accidentally uploaded a YouTube video and there's some sensitive information, or let's say there's a person you want to blur out, but you've already uploaded the video's already got views. I'm going to show you how you can do that in today's video. So I just uploaded this video. It's about how to charge your AirPod Pros. And in the video, like, my nickname shows up, so I'm going to show you how to blur that in today's video. I'm not really too bothered about showing you the name, obviously. It's just I thought it would be ideal. I thought it would be an ideal opportunity to show you how to blur something once it's already been uploaded. So what you need to do is go onto the video details, and then you're going to click editor here. So we've got the video which has come up here, and I want to show you the point where, like, my name comes up here, which I want to blur out. Again, not too bothered about showing that. Let's yeah, so it shows up here. So let's try and just blur out my name here. So the starting point is around here. Let's see if I can get this to work. Here. While it's plugged in, just flip open the case. I don't know why my internet is so slow. So there we go. I'm going to pause it here so you can see my name appears here. So the goal is to blur out this name. Now, the tricky thing when you're blurring stuff is, let's say like a person is moving around, or let's say my name is kind of moving around on the screen. YouTube has a very good way to kind of follow the person or follow the area where you want to have blurred. So it does require some adjustments, and I'll show you how to do that in today's video. But let's start blurring. So you can see from here all the way to the end of the video, my name is there, and that's what I want to blur. So to get the blur started, we're going to just find the starting point of where we want to start the blur. And then you click blur here. So there's a plus item. It's going to be a custom blur. You can also do it for a face blur, where it's going to automatically detect any faces which have occurred in the background of your video, and then you can apply the option to blur them there. But for this one, this is just text, so we're going to do a custom blur. So this blue bar is at what point it's going to start. The blur is going to appear in your video. So I don't need it to start all the way here at the beginning. So I'm going to bring it forward just to the point where it occurs in the video. And then I'm going to drag this point all the way to the end of the video. So let's see this. And you'll get... So that's a little bit big. I just want it to cover my name here. So we're going to make it a bit smaller. And basically you just go throughout the video and just adjust the blur. Anytime you see something pop up which you want blurred in this region, you just kind of expand the blur section per frame. So let's have a look here. So I'm just going to glide through here. So you can still see it blurs my name kind of here, but when it kind of comes across there, you can still kind of see it. So let's move the blur a little bit further back, like so, and let's move it down here so it should be fully covered now. See, can you see how the blur is following the areas that we want blurred? So it's working quite well here. I'm going to cover it a little bit more because part of it's showing. And can you see how now it's fully blurred there? Oh. Okay, it's still showing up partly here, but we can adjust it to cover this. It's good to kind of go over this a few times. Even once you save changes, if you watch the video again and you see there is still some part showing which you wanted blurred, just edit it again in the same way you have done now. So I can see it popping up there. Let's just make it bigger. Okay, I'm going to play around with this a few times. Look, in this whole area, can you see how it's not even covered it at all? So you can't be too reliant on the fact that it's going to follow the area where you want blurred, because it's totally missed it in this area. So I'm just going to drag the blur area back to this area here. There we go. See that? See how that's covered it now? But there was a point where it just kind of totally went away. And look, you can see my name there, so let's move it back down. Okay, it does take some trial and error to do this, so I'm just, rather than have you watch me do this, I'm going to keep doing this all the way to the end of the video. Anytime my name kind of appears, I'm just going to drag the box just to cover it, maybe make it bigger like this so it covers more of an area, and we'll see how that works. So let me just show it you once it's all done. Okay, so now it's all done. Let's have a look at this from the beginning, like so. I'm not going to play it because then you'll hear my voice again and it might be a bit confusing. So I'm just going to drag across, and we've perfectly hidden my name. I've gone through this and I don't see it popping up anywhere, so I think I have done a pretty good job. Now, you might be able to see like some letters pop up like there, but I'm not that bothered. I think I've mostly covered it. Ooh, I did see it there. If in doubt, just make the blur area just as wide as you can. Like, for example, I'm zooming through there and I can see like corners of my name, but like I can't tell which frame it is, so I'm just going to start from an earlier point and make it bigger, and then go to a later point and then make it bigger, and that should generally cover it. So you can see, like, before you could see elements of S and Z, and now it's pretty much not showing. Yeah, so I think that's all good now. While you're here, I may as well just show you a. Oh, I just saw a bit there. While you're here, I may as well just show you a face blur. So I'm going to find a video of mine where we can see like somebody in it, and we're just going to blur their face. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much done. There we go. So let's just do a quick sweep through. Well, I just saw my name like five times there. Okay, to be honest, I think the reason why it's showing is because like it has to render the blur like right before the frame loads. I think what's happening is that the video is loading and then the blur loads, so that's why you might be able to see it. That's why I can't really find where my name is showing. So you might have to publish the video, save the changes, check the video like when it's private, and just make sure that what you want to have blurred is blurred, and then publish it or make it public. Because for a second I thought I saw my name there, but when I kind of go through slowly, I don't really see it. So I think it's like a rendering issue. But that's pretty much covered here. So I think I'm all done, and I'm gonna yeah. So if I go really fast, I can see my name, but if I go really slowly, I don't really see it. So I think it's just a loading issue. But double check by saving it and checking it when it's a private video. Obviously, if it's really sensitive information or something that you really don't want to be shown to the public, then you'll have to like check it a few times before you get this done. I'm going to save this. So it says here it may take a few hours for your changes to apply. Viewers will see the current version of the video, so make sure you unlist it or make it private. You can't make any other changes while these changes are being saved. And the original version of your video will be stored so you can undo your edits. Okay, that's pretty cool. So let's save this. Okay, so that's being saved. Let's find a video of mine where there is somebody in there. Okay, I think I'm going to use this iPhone zoom test. So let's, because there was definitely someone in this video, because I did this video in the Apple Store. So let's check. I say whoever this person is who's walking past, let's blur her entire face, because she's walking right past here. So we want to blur her face. So let's use the face blur. So it's going to detect some faces. I don't know if multiple edits can be done at the same time. Well, it's gone to 25%, so it should be okay. Okay, yeah, so it detected her face just here. So let's select her, and then press apply. So she just walks past at this point. So let's see. Okay, it's recognizing her, but the path of the blur is pretty slow. So you're gonna probably need to adjust this a little bit. So let's just make it bigger. So the key thing is just going through frame by frame and just making sure what you want to be covered is covered, and then it pretty much does the rest for you. So right here, this needs to jump to this side. Hopefully it just follows. I don't know why it just keeps going back. It needs to go there. Okay, so I'm going to shorten it because it doesn't need to be that long. Oh, there is another moment where she comes back on later in the... I'm just going to do blur 1/2 just for an example. So she comes through. Could make this a bit bigger. So once you make those changes a few times, like before it was reverting back to the middle, I kept having to drag it to the left, even though it was moving back to the middle. Once you do it a few times, it will just comply. And oh, it did try and go back there in the middle. You just have to keep doing it till it complies and just follows what you're saying. So that's pretty much done. So that does cover most of her face. Her face does show up on the phone screen. Okay, I'm not going to do that, but pretty much she is covered. And again, if in doubt, just make the blur very big to guarantee full coverage. Make the blur quite big. There we go. Okay, so that's all done. So it detected her face. It's blurred it. I've had to adjust the frames a little bit, but I believe we have fully covered her. Again, if in doubt, just make the blur really big. Okay, I don't know what I did, but I think I just messed that up. So you can see it does take some playing around with. There we go. Okay, we're done now. So I'm going to save this, and if you want to view how this looks, the video is iPhone 15 Pro Max zoom test. I'll put a link to both of the videos where I've done these blurs in the video description here, just so you can check out the finished result. But thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions about this, then just leave a comment in the comment section below, and thank you very much for watching.